He's about to kick it away and get this season started. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bulldogs offense comes onto the field first today. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
And let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They're coming off a national championship win last year. But you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was...
Pulls it in on the left. He's loose. He's at the touchdown, Georgia. He got a step and just dusted the field. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Ohio State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one,
ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Turning it on. The tag. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you've got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. quick game. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count.
He's going to throw deep right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this 3rd possession. Pucks it out of the air. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You got a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. He caught it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Snap in the shotgun. Pressure's there and he lets it go. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Dogs! Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. for a physical attack from the gun. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's caught. He's loose down the left side. Slippery slide. Finds his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Illinois took care of business today. They left little doubt about how this one was going to go almost from the start. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Leaves it with the running back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go right back to the run. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. Knowshon Moreno. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here comes the heat. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line.